Everyone, Cyber here, bringing you guys the next part of what Izuku Midoriya and Tenko Shimura switch places. Now, before we begin, I wanted to thank you all for the past 2 years of my channel. Again, I also did a little research and learned that I actually did my 2 year anniversary was actually in February. I will try to remember that next time because I felt a little dumb. But this also helped me solidify January as my month of not recording to recharge, get a lot of what ifs done fast so that I'm not scrambling around to try to get more done. And for those who like Omnitrix, don't worry, I will take any suggestions on plots and ideas you all have too. Of course, I will have to try to fit them in and figure out that stuff, but I will not be talking about that in this part. I've already made a community post about this, so please check that out. Give me suggestions if what you guys would like to see. And if I liked any of them, or if I can find a way to integrate them, I will. With that being said, no, I do not have updated thumbnails like Omnitrix does. Not all of them will have these updated looking thumbnails, so some will still look like this, while others will look hand-drawn, more polished, and whatnot. It is just how I'm gonna do this. Without further ado, let's begin! We start with 1A, training for their provisional license exam. All Might walks in with Tenko to see how the students are doing, especially after All Might had to retire. Dad, I think you still need to rest after that fight. Nonsense. I'm still their teacher, and this is an important moment for all of them. I guess, but I just want you to try and slow down a little. Alright, I will, but first let me see my students. I want to see how young Bakugo is doing, particularly as well. Alright, but be careful. Things are flying debris everywhere. You don't need to worry about me, Tenko. I'm going to be fine. He walks over to where Bakugo is training and sees he's working on his move, AP Shot. That is a very interesting technique, young Bakugo. I'm impressed. Bakugo looks over towards All Might, and he just scoffs, continuing to work on AP Shot, destroying multiple targets in front of him. Is something wrong, young Bakugo? Bakugo stops shooting and puts his hands down, turning to face All Might. I don't want you to ever talk to me again. I know what you did, bastard. So, All Might looks at Bakugo confused for a moment. Then he thinks, could All For One have told him about his successor, or even about All For One for All? Right, sorry to disturb you. I'll see the others. All Might walks off and back to Tenko as Bakugo turns to continue working on AP Shot. That didn't look like it went well. No, it didn't. He might know about him or about your power. I'm not sure which. Wait, what? That is bad. He could tell everyone about One For All if he knows the secret. Alright, so we need to talk to him and see what he knows, and if he can keep a secret. And we should call him to a private meeting when he finishes training. Right. They walk off as Bakugo looks down to them as they do. Simple piece, my ass. Bakugo continues to train as we cut to a warehouse outside of the city. There, the League of Villains lies in wait, waiting for twice to return. But As they do, the door opens to reveal Twice, and him bringing some. Twice, did you bring anyone who might be interested in joining? Well, yes, I did. No, I didn't. He's a bit scary guy, but underneath the weird bird mask, he's a nice guy. I'd like to introduce you all to Kai Chisaki. He steps aside as Overhaul, aka Kai Chisaki, walks through the door. You know, such a noteworthy group, I was hoping you could choose a better meeting place. This place is basically suffocating me in dust. Sorry, but I can't let people know where we're actually staying for the time. Don't worry, I understand. Better than anyone else. Yeah, I know. You're part of the Chihei Saikai. You're the boss of is currently at a commission. Am I correct? Indeed, he is. I am currently working as a stand-in for him. Izuku-kun, what is this Chihei Saikai? Deku looks towards Toga, who's standing next to him. They're part of the old Yakuza gang, the pre-Quirk era gang, and has been struggling to keep hold of their ways as the time change of quirks, but slowly is dying out. Yes, it's honestly quite amazing. I'm seeing one in front of me right now. You could go as far to call them as an endangered species of villainy. Endangered species would be an accurate description. Yes, I want to meet your group for some time ago to discuss business. See if I can save your organization in some way, so that your group could possibly join up under me. But I had other plans at the time. Well, I thank you for your consideration. However, I did not come up here to join under you. I came out of courtesy for your plans. I'm curious, in the big picture, and if I'm impressed, I'll join you without hesitation. Simple. I would first need an army to follow me, to help rule not just the underworld, but above that, too. Over All Might's broken world, everything he has built, a monument to his failure. Pardon me, but do you actually have a real plan? What are you going to... So where are you going to go with this army? How would you organize them? Feed them. The upkeep, along with the overwhelming you and move so many people and keep them out of the eyes of the heroes would be important. Unless you plan on hitting an army in this warehouse, I'm sorry to break the news, but this is but a little dream you're working towards. Nothing more. Oh, and what makes you so sure of that? Simple. Your one-track mind that reels to much on your master. Deku glares down at him with malice. Glaring at me all you want. It won't change the fullest dreams. However you join me, I can make the dreams reality. I have the skills and the resources to help. However, not many are willing to invest in a dying Yakuza group. But if you join me, we can get the funding to make all our plans of gold into reality. I think you should leave. We'll have another meeting later. Let's see. Very well then. This is my card. Overhaul pulls out a card and tosses it down to the group. Hold on, are we seriously considering this? He basically just barged and told us we should just drop and whatever we're doing and following him. Magni, calm down. He's a guest, and as the host, we must hold up a standard. Deku is trying to hold in his rage and think what would All For One do in this type of situation. He believes he's playing the part perfectly, but still, he doesn't like it. No way! We decided for ourselves who are we are. We're not gonna let this bastard tell us otherwise. Magni uses her quirk on Overhaul and get him close to hit him on the side with her magnet. But Overhaul managed to touch her and explodes her top half. Magni! Everyone get up as Overhaul wipes off the blood himself. God, I hate this part. The blood gets everywhere. It's filthy. And I recommend you all sit down. After all, it was him who attacked first. He's right. Please, no one else move. Deku looks down. What? But we... I recommend you listen to your leader, little girl. Or is he the only one here who has any brains? Please leave, or else. Very well. I apologize how things ended up like this. But contact me when you cool off. Chrono. Overhaul walks through the door as suddenly a man in a white lab coat and mask fell down from the ceiling, landing next to Overhaul and both walking out of the building, leaving the lead behind. As Deku clenches his fist tightly enough to draw blood. Damn it! Oh my god, oh my god. What have I done? This is my fault. This is my fault. As Toys falls to his knees in front of Magni's bloody pulp of a body that remains. As Deku stands there in rage as he looks down at Twice, walking over and putting a hand on his shoulder. Twice looks up at Deku in fear. I'm sorry, I thought he was going to join us. I thought we could have been friends, but I don't mean to. It's okay. It is? No, it isn't! I know. You only want what's best for us all. And I thank you for that. I'm still sorry. I wish this never happened. I know. But it did happen. And now we have a new enemy to deal with. The Yakuza. Oh, so I get to cut them up before. After all, what they pulled, I want them all dead to die slowly as possible. Yes, we'll show what happened when they mess with the future king of the underworld and his allies. Oh, I can't wait! Come on, we're getting out of here. Compress if you would. I prefer to not leave Magni like this. Of course. Compress uses his quirk on Magni's corpse as everyone walks out of the warehouse. Now we cut back to UA, where Bakugo was walking into a lounge where All Might and Tenko is waiting for him. Him being called over to discuss some things. Why the hell did you call me over here? We just wanted to talk. And I thought I told you bastards I don't. Says ever want you to talk to me again. Please, we just need to know what All For One told you. All For One didn't tell me jack shit, but Izuku told me everything. And what's everything? You killed Inko and Midoriya. You killed my auntie. Your auntie? I didn't know you and Izuku had a history like that. Yeah, he was my childhood friend I thought died, but no one bothered to look for him, apparently. He's alive, and you're the reason he's like this. So fuck you, All Might, and I don't want to hear... don't want to hear anything from you ever again. Hold on, you. Shut it! He also told me about how he was abandoned for you. Everyone forgot about him and abandoned him. You're the reason I lost my best friend. Bakugo walks out, slamming the door behind him. As All Might slumps down in defeat, sighing. That could have been done better. I don't see how. Maybe I should have just talked to him alone. What should I do? I couldn't have one of my own students resent me. Why I would be more worried about Midoriya than him at the moment. I would try and make right with him. Because young Bakugo is a problem. I can actually fix Midoriya. It's far beyond my saving, Tenko. You know better than anyone. All Might filled him with such hate and resentment. He is dead set on destroying everything in me. I know, but come on. We gotta deal with one thing at a time. We'll deal with Bakugo first, and then when the time comes, we'll save Midoriya. Right. Let's go then. As we cut to Deku walking through the tunnels with Chrono leading the way. This has been days after their original meeting, so surprised they wanted to meet so soon. Such a pain. Why are we walking through so many tunnels to meet up? Seriously, we've been walking for half an hour. Safety precaution. While I like caution, walking me around in circles is just getting irritating, so take me to Overhaul already. Relax, we're here. Chrono opens up the door, just saw Overhaul waiting for him. Quite the place. Took me about 30 minutes just to get to this room. Sorry, it's a safety precaution, I heard. Now, about your offer? We put it to a vote and we won't join under you, but instead a joint partnership. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Seems reasonable. What we want is simple. I have planned to make them sub these bullets. We need factors and funding. Now, obviously, they're not going to invest in me. However, yours is a different story. So you should use my name to get this funding. To put it simply, yes. However, I'm assuming you want to know exactly the plan, aren't you? Matter of fact, yes. How your group will benefit mine will start. Overhaul reached into his pocket and pulls out a small case, opening up 5 red bullets. This is my plan. Now I know what it looks like. Underwhelming. However, it's the bullets to the these are special. Oh, how so? These bullets can raise quarks. The product we're selling now isn't finished. Can only erase a quark for a day, or at very least a few hours. But the 5 I have now is the finished product. I can erase a quark for good. Let's see. So how will they make use of how are they made, if I can ask? Sorry, but that is a trade secret. When we get further into our partnership, I will let you know. Fine. You still haven't told me how this will benefit me joining in this partnership. From what I've heard, you get to use my name to get funding for these corporation bullets. And here I am, the one who, of my own dead. Remember, Magni attacked me first. However, the benefit you get is you will access to bullets for free, and will also completely monopolize over the underworld. If my plan succeeds, you could even take the works away from anyone from UA, since you've been attacking them and their students. Only a particular one now. But I see your point, so if I could get one of those now, then that would be appreciated. My apologies, but I only have 5. I'm a little hesitant to give them away like that. So how about I trade you for the other bullets? A trade? Isn't using my name a trade here? Yes, however, you can surely understand why I can't just give these ones up. I've already told you what you get for allowing me to use your name, and considering how you have no current operation going on, I'd like a little more security to protect the product that will bring us both to the top. Deku grips the side of the couch in anger, but keeps a calm demeanor. Fine, let's talk. What do you want for 1 permanent corporation bullets? I'd like Kurogiri. His abilities to move anywhere, wherever, would help my organization greatly, and even speed things up. No way in hell. You're getting him. He's not even worth 1 measly bullet. Nor is he worth all 5. I know you won't part with, so let's leave him out of this. Very well, I was testing the waters. How about Toga and Twice? So both are useful, however, not your best in your roster. Fine, but I want you to keep them in contact with me. No ifs and or buts. And if I hear you lose one of them, or you not treated them to the same information to give to your others, then I will take my credibility away from your name. Very reasonable request. Sounds like we have a deal. Now for the bullet. Of course. Overhaul pulls out one of the bullets and places it on the table, sliding it to Deku. It now belongs to you. Deku pocketed it. I'll tell Twice and Toga what will happen. You'll get them within the hour after I leave. Very good, and good luck. Thanks. Suddenly the door slams open. Both Overhaul and Deku looks towards it to see a small little girl with a horn run in. Airy. What is this? Are you running some kind of some kind of other business along the side with these bullets or something? No, this is my daughter, and I thought I told her to stay in her room. He looks down at Eri, narrowing his eyes, as Eri looks down in terror at him, then back at Deku. In that moment, he sees her eyes, and knows that look. It's the same look that he had when All Might fought against Awful One and lost his money. Mother, Chrono, take her back to her room. I'll have a talk with her later. Yes, sir. Chrono walks over to pick her up. So, hold on a second. Chrono stops and looks towards Deku. Before you take her, I'd like to talk to her for just a moment. My apology, but this isn't really concerning you. Oh, come on. It's only me talking to her. Your daughter. As your business partner, I would be around her every now and again. And besides, I'll be right in front of you all. Overhaul narrows his glance towards him, annoyed, but reluctantly accept. As grown-up her steps back from Mary as Deku kneels in front of her, giving a small smile. Hello there, Harry. Was it? Your... Harry slowly nods. That's a lovely name, you know. My name is Izuku Shigaraki. It's a pleasure to meet you. He holds out his hand as Eri flinches back for a moment, but then slowly reaches out for Deku's hand. Sir. Deku gently grabs it and shakes it. Deku does this. As he does this, he notices how she flinched and the bandages around her arms and legs. What happened to your arms and legs? She stays quiet until she looks up at Overhaul, who glared at her. I fell. I'm really clumsy. I see. Does that happen a lot? Eri nods. Because your father needs to focus on you a bit more than his work. Oh, I know. As much as I try to get her settled and sisters and other people, they just don't seem to be able to look after her. It's quite embarrassing on my part. So from now, I think I keep her very, very close. No, I'm sure Togo could look after her. She's great for kids, and I trust her a great deal to keep my benefactors happy, as long as she likes to keep me happy. I kind of take that for granted, I think. It's not a bad idea. I never have tried a female sitter anyways. You heard that? You might need to get a new friend, Eri. Do you have any friends? Eri shakes her head no to show that she doesn't. I'll be your friend, Eri. Really? Yeah, Eri. And I bet Toga will be too. Thank you, Mr. Shigaraki. Please, call me Izuku. Okay, Mr. Izuku. I promise to see you again later, Eri. Okay. Bye, Mr. Izuku. Goodbye, Eri. After some time, Deku walks out. And once he gets the okay, he texts Koga to warp him back to the base, which he does so. Toga, twice, come and talk with me. Ooh, okay, Izuku. Is this a confession? Although if it was a confession, then why would you need twice? Or is this a three-way thing? Because I could be down for that. Toga, no. It's about the Yakuza. And you're going to be going over. You two are going to be going over there. So, oh yay! Not as much as a confession, but however, I can't deny I have been hoping to skin them alive. Now Toga, twice. I've made a deal with the Yakuza. You two will be going to their base and working with them, not killing them. What? Huh? But why? It's simple. I need eyes and ears on the inside, and you two are the key to this plan. Toga, you're going to be looking after his daughter, but I have a feeling he doesn't care about her and has something else going on with her. So I want you to get information out of her, as you can. Izuku-kun, you know how I would love to follow your orders, but You're asking me to work for the man who killed my friend. Your friend. She pulled out a knife and handed it up to Deku's neck. So promise me this when this plan is done, he will suffer for the rest of his miserable life. I can't say much, but all I can say is his life is in both of your hands. So do as you seek fit. Make him suffer if you please, or give him a quick death, just as long as you two come back to me alive. Toga grins and kisses Deku on the cheek. Gladly. To hear that, Izuku-kun. I'll be sure. Deku blushes as he turns away from them. Yes, well, I'm under any circumstances, don't hurt the child. And if you can't get these bullets out from Overhaul, or contact me if you can see an opportunity for me to come in. He holds up one of the bullets that Overhaul gave him. Understood. No killing the problem and get the bullets. See if we can. Good. I'll keep in contact. So what we can do. They both nod as we cut to Tenko and Mirio on patrol. That way later. And as they are walking down the street, talking, keeping an eye out for anything, a little girl with a horn bumped into them. And the loud voice aired as she turned into Tenko's leg and falls over. Oh, sorry. Little one, are you okay? Aries shaking in fear. He can see the bandages around her arms and legs. She's shaking too. She doesn't say anything. As Tenko is wondering what's wrong, he sees someone was walking up to him. He looks up and all the color in his face left as he stands before him is Overhaul. My apologies, heroes. My daughter has a habit of not looking when she's running. Tenko doesn't say anything. It's all going too fast, but Mira acts quickly. Oh, it's no problem, sir. Thank you for understanding. This is incredibly embarrassing. Nah, it's all cool. We get children come up to us all the time and ask us for autographs and stuff. So, it's all part of being a hero. Oh, I'm sure. So, now come on, Eri. Let's go home. Eri holds on to Shigaraki tightly. Please, don't go. Sir, can you explain to me what is up with the girl's bandages? She's very clumsy and I need to constantly bandage her up. Is that really the case? Yes, it is. Mario looks down at Tenko. Man, we need to get going. Tenko looks up at Mirio and knows he's right. He looks down at Eri and starts to let her go. Good. Now come on, Eri. Let's go. Can't keep the heroes away from their duty now, can we? He starts to peel back his glove a little bit. Eri immediately lets go and goes to Overhaul's side. Good. Now goodbye, heroes. We will be on our way. They walk away through the alleyway. Come on, we need to go, Tenko. We need to report back to Night Eye. Right. They headed back to the agency and report what happened. And said the same situation as Cannon. But as we cut to when Overhaul was walking back into the base with Eri. Eri, you've been quite the headache for me lately. First barging into my meeting, now running away? It's like you want to be punished. Is that what you want? No. Then why is this constant running away? Do you want others to get hurt? Like those heroes who you met? Do you want them to die because of your selfishness? No. Then never running away again. As they both walk down the road, two of the Overhaul's men in front in panic. As soon as one opens his mouth, Overhaul splattered him and turned him into a stain on the wall. There. Now the incident one who can't even watch a child is gone. What is it? Because I found Eri. Good, but we wanted to tell you that Twice and Toga is here. Take her to her room. I'll meet the new recruits. Yes, sir. The men grabbed Eri by the arms and walked away. As Overhaul goes to the meeting room with the other 8 bullets, meaning Twice and Toga waiting for them. My apologies for being late. I had a children's issue to take care of. There's no problem, you jerk! Watch your mouth! It's fine, Mimic. Shigaraki gave me the rundown on them. Ignore the second part of whatever he says. Now, I want you both to give me a rundown on your quirks. And why would we do that? After all, you're the one who killed Big Sis Magni. So, tell us about your quirks. Nemoto walks forward and uses his quirk on them. My quirk is called Double. I can make doubles of anyone or anything with the proper measurements and information. And I don't clone myself for personal reasons. Good going, now they know. I'm sorry, for some reason I just had to tell them. Now tell me your quirk. My quirk is called Transformation. I can transform into anyone if I drink a cup of blood. So, for one whole day. The worth of the transformation depending on how much the blood I get from the person. Nice going, Toga. Way to go to tell them our quirks. Great job! What's going on? That would be Nemoto's quirk, Confession. Whatever question he asks you, you have to reply with the truth. Exactly. Did Shigaraki tell you to betray us? No. Alright then. Twice, you're staying here. Toga, come with me. Twice looks at Toga worriedly, but Toga reassures him it'll be alright. Toga walks out of the room following Overhaul. How are you with children? Oh, I always thought they're cute, despite not being covered in blood. Let's see. Shigaraki told me you might be a good fit to look after my little child problem, who keeps running away. So I have a simple job for you. Just stay and watch her. Keep her happy while I work. Okay. Both Overhaul and Toga right at the door, opening the knob and twisting it open as Toga hears an ominous creak as the lights from the hallway rushes into the room. Toga saw Eri sitting on her bed, hugging a pillow, as fear entered her eyes as she saw Overhaul. Eri, this is Himiko Toga. She will be your new caretaker from now on. I'll leave you both to get acquainted. He turns and round swiftly walks away, leaving Toga standing at the doorway, looking at Eri, while Eri looking back at her with fear. Hi there, I'm Himiko Toga, he said, and you must be Eri. Wow, Izuku-kun was right, you are cute. Eri was taken a little back by that and hugged her pillow tightly, looking up at Toga sheepishly. You know Mr. Izuku? Yeah. She gleefully skips over to Eri, sitting next to her on the bed. He's such a cutie. So, you like him as well? Eri nods at Toga in confusion. She never met someone as energetic as Toga, or actually anyone. Do you like Izuku? Like a husband and wife? Toga grins madly. Yeah, I think he's just the greatest, and he can do so much. And he can be so much cuter if he's cut up a little. Toga looks at Amy looks at Toga more scared at the mention of her cutting up Deku. Cut up? Yeah, just someone covered in blood is one of the most cutest things I can think of. Just like my first crush, Mr. Staney. But then I met Izuku-kun, and I knew I would be to make him mine, and his blood too. So, Aries grumbled up to the end of the bed and put her pillow up, trying to act like a shield from Toga as she starts to tear up. Toga just looks at her just cautiously. What are you doing? Please don't cut me up. I don't want to be cut up anymore. Please. Airi hugs the pillow tightly as Toga saw a few bandages loose. And in Airi's hurriness to get away from Toga, they came undone on her arms and legs, sawing scars and other wounds all over them. Oh, I see. He cuts you, hasn't he? Aries stayed silent for a moment, but pulled the pillow away. She looks up at Toga in fear, who had an empathetic look. Aries slowly nods. She tried to, as she tried to wrap up the bandages back on her leg and on. Toga scooted closer to her, and Aries looks up at her in fear, waiting for pain, but surprisingly to see, Toga is actually wrapping the bandages around her leg. You're helping me? Of course. Izuku-kun cares for you, and I care for him. In return, I care for you. She gets done with Aries' bandages and making it into a tight little bow. Aries looks up at Toga in confusion, but had nothing but there's gratitude in her eyes. Thank you. It's no problem. So tell me, is Overhaul really your daddy? Aries looks down and shakes her head no. My grandpa got really sick and Overhaul said he would take care of me. But he uses his quirk on me. Toga instantly got a flashback to Magni and realized what the implication is. And so they keep putting me back in this gigantic metal machine, and Aries starts to hyperventilate and tear up as she starts to have a panic attack as she struggles to breathe. Toga as she gently hugs Aries. Aries confused by the action, but is still hyperventilating. Doesn't know what to do or to her or to only hear Toga hum. After a few minutes to a second, or even maybe just an hour, Aries doesn't know how long as she used to listen to Toga humming, eventually calming down, resting her head in Toga's lap. As Toga brushes her hair and starts to continue to hum. Thank you, Miss Toga. It's no problem. I'm sorry I didn't know what you went through, but you got to understand when I say I want to cut Izuku, I only want to cut him out of love, not hate. Love can make people do strange things, you see. Really? Then does Overhaul do what he does to me because he loves me? No, Aries. He does it out of selfishness. But he tells me I'm selfish and a curse. And my quirk is a curse. Aries holds her horn as she starts to tear up. Well, you're not the only one who's been told that. I've been told I shouldn't ever use my quirk, or that I'm wrong to like blood. and was forced to suppress all that I like and love. But I found a real family who accepted me for me, and I'm sure you will too. I slowly got up and Toga stopped brushing her hair. Got surprised by Eri hugging her tightly. Toga smiles and hugs her back as well. As we cut to a few weeks later, like in canon, the heroes would be cracking down on the Yakuza's operation. Much wouldn't change than the necessary run, as Deku would have been replaced by Tenko instead in his role. And it will go much easier since Tenko's decay clears a way for everyone. And with Tenko make it all easier, the heroes started to steamroll the 8 bullets, and as Toga and Twice also came to conclusion that Deku told them to do what they wanted, so they did the same thing as in canon and escape. And the same stuff would honestly happen with Mirio and Tenko, would help turn Overhaul into the giant monster thing, and Tenko goes 100% beyond and the same as canon. Although his recovery would have been much smoother, and Eri did not have to use her quirk on him. As to clean up the mess, they all cut to the prison truck transport being carried Overhaul. As a truck pulled in front of it, and the cargo door opened to see Tenko Shimura. Not Tenko Shimura, but the Izuku Shigaraki, Dabi, Compress, that's there too. But before the police could do anything, Deku stuck up his arm and released air pressure. That destroyed the first car and the hero inside of it, as the knocking the transport over as well, causing the car at the back to crash into it. Perhaps I used a bit too much power. I agree with that statement. It was pretty overkill. Who cares? Let's just hope Overhaul is still alive. They all stop as the 3 jumps out. Walking over to the crashed truck, they see Overhaul lying on the bed strapped and cuffed with quick dampeners. As they pull him out of the truck to the side of the road. Well. How are you doing, Overhaul? Looks like you're not having a very pleasant day. Overhaul just looks up at Deku. Now, what was it you were saying before? Alright, I don't have a clear plan. Well, Chizaki, looks like you're the one without one. I should have really thanked you, to be honest. I wouldn't have planned all of this the spot and adapted to what I need to. But just by telling Twice and Toga what to do, they all did this and you over. I would have to adapt to what they decided just to go with the show. Just kill me. Oh no, with all the fun in that? No. Deku bends over and takes the bullet from Overhaul's pocket. 2 sets. Wonder which is which. I'm more or less wondering what these bullets are. Those are mine. Are they now? And Magni was one of mine. So, you and me are now even. But what about you two? Do you have anything to say? Looks over at Darby and Twice. I personally don't know my comrades were killed by some shitty person like him. Who such. But Compress, give me a hand with him. Will do. Compress walks over with Darby, using his quirk to compress one of his arms away, while Darby walks over and burns the other one to a crisp. As Overhaul screams out in pain as he feels the flesh and muscle burning until the flame got to the point of bones. After the second, the bones turn to dust. For someone who hates quirks so much, I think you not have one for yourself. Fair is more fitting. Couldn't say better myself, Darby. Now let's go. We've had our fun, and the police are gonna come over here soon. They realize their transport isn't moving. We'll even check it back into HQ. Alright. Well, Overhaul, I was hoping I could have a bit more fun with you, but all can't get what we want. But, see, you like this made it all worth it. They walk off as they hear Overhaul scream as loud as he could, while Deku couldn't help but smile ear to ear. Okay, everyone, that is it for this part. We don't have much left, but it won't be finished within the next week or so, because I'm still needing to work on a new What If, and there's several other projects we have up the line. I will probably record Goblin next in our Omnitrix for this, and I still have more on Omnitrix later too. If you guys like this part, of course, like and subscribe. I normally don't say that kind of stuff, but you know how YouTube can be about this sort of stuff. I wanted other people to enjoy my content too, and this is the only way I know how to do that. Thank you again for Super and Mimi, the writers of my What Ifs. This one was from me and Super, and the other one is, mine and Mimi's. You get the point, but still. They both bring a lot to elements to my channel, and of course, I can't appreciate them any further. Neither can I appreciate you all any further. You guys have given me so much support. You've given me great criticism. And I would like to hear more verbal things come from you, the people, at any point. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Cyber out. Peace.